Stacy, can you see yourself now?
Nope.
Okay, for anyone just joining us, we are doing this class as a webinar format, so you will not see yourself on a screen like a typical Zoom. You'll see us as the moderators and Stacy as the teacher, and we are sharing a screen, so you're going to see the PowerPoint that we've put together for the class. So just hang tight in, and if you have any questions for us, feel free to chat them in or type them in the chat box. And we will go ahead and get going. So welcome everyone. My name is Mary. I'm with Landmark Title. I am a business development manager, and we are here to bring you a class that's a little bit outside the box because that's kind of how we like to do things here. It's Boost Your Productivity with Feng Shui. So we're very excited to have our speaker. And before we get started, I just wanted to mention that at Landmark, we have a lot of valuable resources for you guys, for your business, and we're constantly working to bring you new content, fresh ideas that help grow your business and add to your tool belt. So one of the things I really quick wanted to share that is, if you are using Landmark or you would like to give us a shot, we have just partnered with a company called Zocam. So Zocam actually allows you to take do mobile deposits from your phone for your buyer's earnest money. So you're not having to run around town, drop earnest money at the title company. It's kind of like basically like mobile banking. So if you're interested in that, I'm happy to reach out to you and get that app set up. And we have an instructional flyer sheet that we can brand for you, so you can give that to your clients. And it just kind of adds a level of professionalism to your arsenal of tools. So anyway, with that, I want to bring on my co-host and co-sponsor. We have known each other in the industry for, oh my gosh, how many years, Alicia? Like 10 plus years.
Yeah.
So I actually met Alicia when she was in title and I was a realtor. And if you'd like to know a little bit about that story, I'm happy to share that with you as well. But Alicia always introduces me, and what she always says that she's very particular about who she partners with, and I do the same because I look at the people that I partner with as an extension of myself. So I have been working with Alicia as in the affiliate side of the industry for a while. She has just made an exciting move to Nexa Mortgage. She is a marketing genius. If you not know her, you need to know her. Her and I do a job working together with you to build plans to help you grow your business and create win-win situations. So with that, I will turn it over to Alicia to say a little word.
Awesome. Thank you, Mary. So yes, I'm Alicia Romo and I'm with Nexa Mortgage. I'm so excited. There's some people on here I know that I've known for many years. And you know that for the past 7 years, I was at a different mortgage company. And so this is a really big move. And it's not only a move of companies, however, it's a move of roles. So, you know, Mary mentioned my experience in marketing, and I've spent the last 7+ years as a director of marketing and business development. And before that, yes, I was in a role similar to Mary's as for a title company. And after all this time, I decided to get licensed as a loan originator. So I'm really excited about the change. If you know Josh Culver, I've partnered with him and he's been a loan originator for like close to 10 years. So I get to still focus a lot on marketing and business development and working together with our realtor partners. And I work with the buyers till we really get the loan going. And then Josh takes over and gets to really use his years of knowledge and experience. So we both really are working in our lanes of expertise and meshing really well together in partnership, which is awesome. If you know a little bit about my personality too, I'm a little high energy and outgoing and social. And Josh is a lot more mellow and, you know, more one-on-one introverted. So really, you know, we're opposites, and that makes and creates a great partnership for us to meet everybody's needs. And so if I haven't talked to you since I've made the move, I would love to have a one-on-one conversation and see if it makes sense for us to start working together and partnering as a team, you and Mary and I, on your marketing and bringing all your business in, and truly being a complete team for your clients. And I'm super duper excited to introduce Stacy. So I've known Stacy Scholler for a couple of years as well, and she is just an amazing person. If you take the time to get to know her, you will see how she is super caring, super heartfelt. And I love that she's going to be teaching us about Feng Shui. If any of you watched the video that I had on Facebook the other day, I said, and Stacy, I hope you don't mind me saying this. However, Stacy is a good friend of mine. I've been to her home, and I feel like as soon as I walk in her home, not even before I walk in, like walking up the path to the door, I could feel the love coming from her home. And her home is set up with the whole Feng Shui style environment, and her backyard. I swear I don't want to leave when I get there. It's like, and I know the feel of the environment is not only because of Stacy and her energy and who she is, however, it's also because of how she implemented Feng Shui into her life. So I'm super excited to learn this from her. And I asked her before everyone got on how long she's been involved with Feng Shui and learning about it. And basically, it's been like her whole life. She's been focused on this since she was a teenager. So no one better to learn this from but Stacy Scholler.
Oh, thank you so much, Alicia and Mary, for having me. This is such an honor and privilege, and thank you everyone who is here live and who will catch the replay. I appreciate all of you, and I'm so excited to share the things that have helped me to help, because my whole wish is to help everyone that I come in contact with to uplift their energy in their home, in their office, in their car, wherever they are, because I know what it brings people. So thank you.
Awesome. So with that, I guess we'll go ahead and get started.
Yay. So what is Feng Shui? This is kind of a long explanation of what Feng Shui is. And instead of me reading the whole slide, what I will do is just tell you, I mean, it's really, Feng Shui is about creating harmony and balance in any environment that you're in. Like we just spoke about was your car, your office, your home, all the places, all the things. And it's really how you feel, like Alicia was explaining, when you walk into an environment, and I know she was referring to my home, however, it can be any environment that you're in. You can kind of feel the energy, right? You know, like if it feels good, if it feels heavy, etc. So Feng Shui is all about balancing the energy, the yin and the yang in any environment, and make it feel good. So yeah, so we're going to talk about 5 tips to Feng Shui, like boosting the productivity in your office environment with Feng Shui today. And the first thing that I always talk to my clients, / I like to call them partners because we get into partnership together, is about what do you want? What is the one thing that you want to create in your life that you don't have today? Some of my clients will say, I want $10 million. Some will say, I want to get married. Some will say, I want to have a baby, etc., etc. It's something that they may not have today that they've maybe wanted for a long time and aren't quite sure, you know, have done a lot of different things to get there. However, there's one piece that they just haven't quite figured out. So what is so important is to be really, really clear on what you want, and not just say, I want a lot of money. You can go there. However, the clearer you are with what you want, the quicker it will come to you. So that's tip number 1. Yeah, and so, you know, just touching the first bullet point, don't leave the waters muddy. That's exactly what I said. If you're unclear, if you're a little foggy of what you're wanting, then what's going to show up? Fogginess. It's not going to be clear and concise and exactly what you asked for. And once you get clear, what's super important is that we're not trying to figure out how it's going to get here, when it's going to get here, what it looks like, and all of the things, because that is super, that's kind of like if you were going to go to an artist and have a portrait, not a portrait, a painting made or something like that, and you said, this is exactly what I want. Maybe it's a bouquet of irises or something like that. And it's kind of like telling an artist how to paint that picture of the irises. Feng Shui, you know, what's that?
I was just going to say, it reminds me of that saying that I always hear, that you can't just put happy place into your GPS because it's not going to know like what destination is your happy place. Just like you said, maybe it is $10 million or maybe it is having a baby. So it kind of makes me think about that, just getting really clear on like what the destination is.
Yeah, most definitely. And again, you know, touching on this, the universe will deliver. So you must be crystal clear on your vision for sure. Like what exactly you want. And I know we've kind of beat that in a little bit. Yeah, so when we're clear and when we surrender to how and when and what shows up, or something better, then our subconscious will figure out the path, you know, whoever you believe in, you know, subconscious, God, the universe, all that is going to create breadcrumbs along the way for us to follow to receive what we've asked for or something better. I always like to add in. So, yeah. And who wouldn't want something better, right?
Yeah, and so here I was just going to mention that Alicia has been so great to put together a worksheet. She does an awesome goal setting class, and part of the class we really dive into what your vision is for your life. So we've created a worksheet, or Alicia's created a worksheet that we can share with you if you'd like to work with any of the three of us on getting clear on your vision. So reach out if you'd like that worksheet, contact any of us and we can get that for you. So that's kind of what this was about, this slide.
Awesome. Thank you, Alicia. And that is one of my favorite things to do, is to help people get clear with what they want. Because I love seeing them not only have it show up in their life, also coach them into receiving it once it shows up too. That's the beautiful part too. So number 2 is decluttering. This is the most important part, I believe, in Feng Shui. You know, decluttering, getting organized. Again, it's kind of like that analogy. If we're not clear on what we want, it's muddying the waters. And so decluttering is another way of getting clear, being able to see through what is in front of us. Yeah, so it helps us to dive deeper into, you know, what our vision is. And I've found that oftentimes when I'm in partnership with my clients, they will initially start off with the one item. And then as we start decluttering, we start digging deeper into like, why is that important to you? And what are you going to do with that? What is your life going to look like? So they get to dream, and the whole time that we are decluttering together, they're dreaming. They're telling me stories about the things they're letting go of or the things that they're keeping. And it helps them, you know, when I hold that space for them, it helps them to get even more clear as they're releasing things of what they want, why they want it, and so on and so forth. And oftentimes the direction shifts a little bit as we get deeper into it. So yeah, universal law, you know, I'm going to go a little woo-woo spiritual on you. universal law is when we let go of something, the universe, God, all that is going to put something in its place. So that's another word of creating a vacuum. So as we let go and release things and create the space, something is going to fill its space. And what better way than to be clear, another great reason to be clear of what we want, so that space is filled with the things that we want instead of the things that we don't want.
That actually makes so much sense. There was a comment that Stacy had put in there that says, I believe every time I declutter, more comes. And then the key is, right, really being clear on what you want and knowing what you want so that what does come is in alignment with your vision, right? So it all ties together. It's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, it's not a one-time thing, right? It's, thank you for the question or comment. And yeah, things are going to continue to show up. So each one of us gets to decide, do we want to keep it or not? And is it in alignment with what we've ordered, what we've asked for, what we've prayed for, or not? And so, yeah, you get to start the decluttering process all over again when things start showing up.
Awesome.
So when we're decluttering, we have a minimum of 4 different piles. And so say we're starting in a closet. We're going to have a pile of things that we are going to keep. And then we're going to have a second pile of things that we're going to throw away, things that we're going to fix, and things that we will donate. And, you know, some great examples of that too is it's like, okay, when we are in, you know, the purpose of this today is about productivity in your office. So is a great question to ask is your office solely dedicated to what most of us want to do in our office, is creating more money? Or, you know, on the slide here, it says, get your home office or home gym out of the office. So, so yeah, I mean, it's up to you. However, like, just think about it. Like, it kind of sends a little confusing message, right? If we're in an office and say, you know, you're doing your real estate stuff, and I'm not in the real estate industry, so forgive me if I'm misquoting any terms or definitions or.
Real estate stuff is good. Doing your real estate stuff, I'd say that covers it all.
So doing your real estate stuff on the computer, on the phone, etc. You know, does it feel like everything that is around you really emphasizes where you're going, what you want to do, what you're creating, and so forth? And perhaps a home gym in your office might not fit into that equation. I don't know. So, lighting is so important. You know, again, that's something that's super inviting when you're walking into that space. Do you want it dark or do you want it light? And, you know, light makes things, uplifts the energy, the mood, the joy, the happiness, the beauty, all of the things. So it also helps with focusing. I know that when I have lights on and so forth in my office, it definitely keeps me awake and focused and motivated and excited about what I am doing and so forth. And it definitely keeps clarity at the forefront as well too, to have good lighting in the area. So, yeah. We talked about happiness and joy, which is my favorite thing. So a couple tips on the lighting. this may seem obvious, however, make sure you're checking to see if all the light bulbs are functional. You know, are any of them out? And replace them if they are. And here's another thing, you know, sometimes there may be different wattage of light bulbs in different, because I have can lights all over, that's why I'm looking up. And so like, it's important to have the same wattage on each light bulb as well too. And natural light, if possible, I know in Arizona, I'm not sure if most on this call are from Arizona, however I am, and I know in Arizona we definitely have a lot of natural light, and heat comes with that too. So sunscreens on the windows, stuff like that would help, you know, with electricity bill, if you have your shutters and blinds open and stuff like that for natural lighting.
I have noticed that natural light though does tend to bring like that level of joy and something about it, right? It just feels so different.
Yeah, the vitamin D, right? Yeah, and what's so important too with Feng Shui is like if we have things that are broken, to get those fixed right away or throw them away or replace them. Depends upon, you know, what you decide to do with that particular item. And that applies to blinds and shutters, and keeping curtains clean and so forth if you have curtains instead of blinds or shutters. And the windows, that's another piece that we didn't put on here is, you think about it, you know, if the windows are spotted from, you know, the rain or whatever, or just dust and so forth, it's so important, you know, that, you know, like seeing clearly through the windows. So keep those windows cleaned for sure, and screens. So water features. Water symbolizes abundance with Feng Shui, prosperity, you know, happiness, cleansing, flow of emotions, etc. So I always encourage people to get water features in their office environment as well.
Stacy, real quick before we move on, we had a question about lighting. So we could just touch back on that. Someone, Megan asked, she said she has darker colors, a darker color of blinds. Would you recommend changing them out for lighter color?
It depends. I mean, if you're are you happy with those blinds or shutters? Are they blinds or shutters? Oh, you're not?
No. She said no. She said blinds, yeah, and no, she doesn't seem happy with them, so.
Okay, well, Megan, then I think you answered your own question. And if you feel like they're awful, then think of the energy that's attached to that. And you're in there, I would assume, a lot, right? Okay, so if you feel that energy from there, I think you know your answer. And I would get something that brings you joy, you know? You don't have to get new blinds. I know a lot of my windows, I actually have very sheer, I don't know, I'm unable to see myself, so hopefully you can see this. Can you see?
Yeah, we can see.
Okay.
Oh, the white shears, yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah, and Bed Bath, thank you. Bed Bath & Beyond, Walmart, Amazon, and what I typically do on the windows instead of shutters, I have shutters on one window. However, I'm kind of losing track here. Sorry, guys and gals. I get a lot of them because although they're sheer, I also want to block out the sun rays when I want to close them. So I get quite a few of them. So it's your own preference. And Megan, it sounds like you already know what to do.
Stacy, Dana also had a question. She says, I was told to put a photo of water on my west wall. Is that in place of a water feature?
That could be in place. I won't go into locations and so forth. However, because it's unique to each person and there's a lot behind that, However, yes, you can totally do a picture. There's all different types of water features you can do, and a picture is totally fine. Yeah. Thank you for the question. Yeah, so flowing water feature represents a flow of abundance, you know? So again, it doesn't have to be a real water feature, it can be a picture. And waterfalls are great. So different examples of water features could be a small desktop fountain. You could get, you know, a wall fountain. Hopefully you all know what I mean by that. It's kind of flat and flows down. They're really pretty. Typically, I've seen those in a lot of like office lobbies and stuff like that. So, and it's so important you keep them clean, 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 clean. So aquariums also are awesome water features. And the beautiful part is if you are concerned about keeping them clean, you do not have to have fish in them.
This is the best news I've heard. I've like struggled with loving aquariums and not loving cleaning them and never even thought to not put fish in. They actually have those bobbing glass fish. Have you seen them? They just kind of bob on the top. No, they have a little floater. Yeah, they're kind of cute, but
cool.
Good.
These. I need the link for those, girly.
Someone asked if you can provide guidance or suggested ideas on a small fountain for my office area, please. What kinds of suggestions are you looking for, Rick? Like where to buy one or where to put it, or we'll wait for him to answer, but or unless you feel like you, types, the type of small water fountains to place in his office.
Hi, Rick Salmaran. Yeah, so I will definitely call me, Rick, and I'm happy to walk you through that. And for everyone on the call, like you can get fountains at Walgreens, online on Amazon, stuff like that. And if you want more, Bed Bath & Beyond, Michael's saying there too. Yeah, I mean, there's also like Feng Shui stores that I love. One is called, oh my gosh, I think it's Luna. I'd have to look it up. So yeah, I'm so happy to provide different resources for you too, one-on-one. So we'll be giving you my phone number too, which Rick, you already have mine. Yeah. So decorating, I love this part too. I love all things feng shui. Can you tell?
We can.
Oh my goodness.
That's why you do what you do, because when you love what you do, it just comes through so natural and it flows, and you know, it's great. So
oh, thank you. I love it so much. I love what it provides everyone. So create an inviting environment, like what Megan was saying. She's like, oh, no, I don't like my blinds. Well, create what you love. Every single one of you. Create an inviting environment when you walk in to any room in your home or your office or your car. You're just like, ah, I am home. And it feels so good. It brings harmony, it brings the butterflies, the happiness. Like when you get home, you're just like, oh my gosh, I am so grateful to be home. It feels so good here, and so forth. Beauty, of course. Yeah, who doesn't love beauty? And, you know, placement of water features is definitely important in feng shui. So I do, and I know we're going to be mentioning this in a bit here. I actually provide a free 30-minute consultation, and it can be via video Zoom or a phone call, however you feel most comfortable. I will provide that for you, and we'll be providing my phone number so you can contact me directly, phone call or text, whatever way you prefer.
are there any like absolutely no places to put water features that maybe, I'm just curious.
Mm, bedrooms,
Okay.
like where you sleep, there's two things that should happen, and I'll just leave it there.
Okay.
And everybody think about that.
Gotcha.
Okay, it took me a minute.
Oh, Valerie, I just saw a great comment. And yes, mirrors are also water features, if that was your question. I just saw it pop up for a second. Is that what she asked?
Yeah, she just said, what about mirrors? But that is so awesome that you mentioned that, because I have a giant mirror in my bedroom, and I hear that's a no-no from you. And I know you're going to be coming over to help me, so I'm really excited about that. But what about mirrors? I think she's referring to mirrors being water. Yeah, that's what she was talking about in bedrooms, is our mirrors considered water features. So yeah, right.
Yeah, I really like a couple big Feng Shui no-nos are TVs and mirrors in the bedroom. And there are ways around it if you really, really want one in there. And so what I suggest is to put like a covering over your mirror if you have to have one in there, and that you only take it off when you need to look at yourself in the mirror. And TVs, you can do an armoire, or put a blanket over it unless you're watching it. And you know, I really highly discourage you, for any of you, to have those in your bedroom, because it really messes with sleep and a whole lot of things. So that's my 2 cents on that. Do you have any other stuff on that, Mary, that you'd like to ask her?
You just said the same reason as I do. I feel it makes the bedroom look big. So unfortunately, I think the credit card is more important, right?
Yeah, I mean, just ask yourself too, how are you sleeping at night? How is your whoopee time going for you? and so forth,
The
you know.
second thing you should be doing in the bedroom.
Yes, girl, yes. So those are really important. And what we put on the slide here too is called a Bagua chart. For those of you who are not familiar with them, this is how, like, your front door is the beginning of the Bagua chart, and then your whole house, each room symbolizes an area of the Bagua chart. And then I don't know why I'm pointing with my finger, because it's not. Anyways, I'm very animated sometimes. And so then you can even take it a step further and do this whole Bagua chart in each room of every home. I mean, of each room in your home. So not just the whole house, each room as well too. And what is super crazy cool is that in Feng Shui, the most important part is the outside of your home.
Really?
Yes.
Maybe that's why I love your backyard so much. Karen K asked, she says, I love and use crystals all over my house. What are your tips on using crystals?
I love crystals. Oh my gosh. I know, I love like everything we're talking about. So what question do you have specifically with that? Oh, Stacy. Hi, Stacy.
And
like
Stacy asked about a good website to buy crystals for a great price.
Ooh, that's a tough one for me, Stacy from New York. Oh my gosh, so crazy how I met Stacy. I really believe in the energy much more than I believe in having an inexpensive price for a crystal. So there's gem shows that you could go to in person. I don't know if they're still happening right now. I know that we have a really big one in Tucson, and you can get really great prices there. I don't know about New York, Stacy. And website, Storm Wisdom is a place that I go to in Arizona, and I love the energy of their store. I love their story on how they get their crystals and so on and so forth. So if you're looking for price, I would just go to Amazon. However, I wouldn't guide you to go by price.
Someone did ask, what if you live in an apartment, Gina? So I guess we kind of want to know what you mean, what you want to know about living in an apartment, right? So if you want to type that in, we'll get back to that, but we'll let Stacy get back to the chart here.
Yeah, so so the Bagua chart, each area of the Bagua chart symbolizes different areas of what you're asking for in your life, right? So it's pretty self-explanatory in terms of what each area is. And again, I keep pointing at the screen. Oh my goodness, I need a pointer or something. Anyhow, so like, yeah, and you can Google this and just look up Feng Shui, FENGSHUIBAGUA chart, and you'll find all different examples of it. And like example for wealth and prosperity, it depends upon where your office falls in your house. Like wealth and prosperity in my home is my master bedroom. And so in that room, I have like royal purple, and it's very royal looking in there. So it's because, you know, the purple, gold, wood, you know, money. So my whole bedroom looks like that. So I'll just give you that example of that, because we could go really deep into the Bagua. And if you have deeper questions too, or if you have questions now, please type them in and I'm happy to answer them. Or you can call me directly and we'll do, you know, a consultation on it. So on whatever you want. So decorating tips, always keep your space clean, clean, clean for sure. If something breaks, fix it right away or throw it away. I would never give it away if it's broken, personally, because I wouldn't want to give that juju to anybody else, right? Continue to declutter. You know, I know that I'm always tidying up, and there's certain hideaway places that I am guilty of, and that's in the cabinets in my office, underneath my bookshelf that have doors. And so at least probably every 3 months, I clean those out. I would say, like, any way that you decorate, just make sure it brings you joy and happiness, you know, like artwork. I know that artwork in my home, I have, you know, I'm inviting a relationship into my life. So my artwork all symbolizes pairs. So like I might have animals, like barnyard owls, that there's a pair of them, and they mate for life and they're monogamous. So I'm very mindful of what I put on my walls. And then, you know, trigger pieces, you might have like a place you've always wanted to go to, and maybe you've never gone there. And maybe it's a big, beautiful picture of this place in your office that you look at every day, and perhaps that helps to trigger you to say, all right, I'm gonna, you know, put my nose to the grind, and I'm gonna make this happen. And so maybe that motivates you, triggers you to keep going on your path to creating what you're asking for. Salt lamps are a huge thing. I love salt lamps. I'm unable to say enough about them. I have probably 30 of them in my home, and I keep them on 24/7. A lot of people, when I go to people's homes, I notice they have them turned off sometimes. It's super important to keep them turned on all the time. And you can get lower light bulbs and I have a great store referral that ships outside of Arizona and so forth. So if anyone wants that, please let me know and I'll provide that for you, the store name. Because again, I think that the salt lamps mattered than to just get them at like a Hobby Lobby or, you know, Bed Bath and Beyond. I'm a big believer in making sure like the energy of them are amazing. And I'll give you a tip though, like I have them even in my bedroom. And so like when I know I like to keep that, like I said, keep them on 24/7, a great way to keep it like a darker tone is to paint the inside of the salt lamp red. And it makes it dark.
So Stacy, there's a whole bunch of questions starting to pile up.
Okay.
So one says, correct me if I'm wrong, I read somewhere to have your shrine / spiritual area facing north according to the chart. Would that placement be facing north, or as long as the feng shui within the local environment, it doesn't affect that? Does it affect that?
In terms of a spiritual like area, again, that's very unique. Like Bagua is very generalized, and typically placement of things are very unique to each individual. So to get more detail and in depth on it, please contact me.
Okay, and then I'm an oil painter. I create my own artwork. How should I choose what pieces to keep or to sell?
That's really unique to the individual. I would, you know, like I do art as well. So my point to saying that is I've dabbled with figuring that out myself. And perhaps, you know, like if you want to keep the original and sell a print of it, you could go that route, or keep a print and sell the original, however you want to do it, if you want to hold on to all of it, you know? So I hope that helps a little bit.
And then is there a certain direction the head of the bed should face?
Again, that's unique to each person. And when I say it's unique, it depends upon the birth dates of the people in the home, where they were born. There's a lot of different pieces to me telling you what direction things should be faced and so forth. So again, that's more of a one-on-one question.
Okay. With salt lamps, does it matter how big it is compared to the room size?
No, I love any size salt lamp.
Okay.
Last one. I live in Hawaii. My international buyers seem to always look for ocean or water in front of the house and mountains in the back for energy. Would waterfall, ocean in the backyard bring positivity as well, or is it the opposite?
Well, like, are you talking a fountain or
what's
what?
that? I said these are some really in-depth questions here.
I love it.
Waterfall / ocean in the backyard bring positivity as well, or is it the opposite?
Well, for me personally, I would be all about a fountain in my backyard, in my front yard, everywhere. I love fountains. So if it's something that you love, absolutely have a fountain wherever you want in your yard. Yes.
Awesome. I think we got all the questions right, Alicia?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Anything else to add, Stacy? Otherwise, I was going to let everyone know how to get in touch with you and what you're offering. So if you have any last tips, otherwise we can go into that.
Wait, we got some more. Does it need to flow, or can it be like a bird feeder?
Bird bath or bird feeder?
I like to see them flow. However, I have bird baths and fountains. I'm a little like ambitious with my water stuff. Oh, great question, Dana. Sorry, go ahead, Mary. What were you going to
say? Cover it all, do all the water. Yeah, can we have dried flowers in our home?
I would say a big fat no on that. Like no potpourri, no dried flowers, fresh flowers, yes. And you can have lots of fake flowers.
Okay, that's good to know, because I have some dried flowers that
Where are you, Mary?
in my kitchen. In a little, I have one of those, the stone bowls, you know, what are they called? And I just kind of set some dried flowers because they stayed colorful. So, but I also have some in my bathroom, in my master bathroom that I'm going to get rid of. Someone said, what about fried flowers? Dried flowers?
But this is someone the whole time that I don't know who it is because they're still up as me. So whoever asked this question, I will let Stacy answer it if you type your real name so we know who's here.
Thank you, Alicia.
The question asks about mirrors. There's a specific place to put a mirror at the front door to enhance Feng Shui. However, that person has to put their real name before you answer.
Yeah, when you put your name down. Yes,
I'm kidding. You can answer that.
Yeah, I'd need to see your home to like tell you, you know, like guide you as to where to put the mirror for sure. And yes, placement is very important with a lot of items in Feng Shui. So
awesome. Well, these are all, what is that?
What about white noise in the master bedroom?
If it helps you sleep, go for it. Yeah.
Audrey Hickman, thank you.
Okay, so well, we're running a little over time, so I just want to respect Stacy's time and everyone else's time, and also thank you so much, Stacy. This has been such a great class, and I've already got some things that I need to be working on for Feng Shui before you even step foot over here again. But I want to let you guys know that Stacy is offering a free 30-minute consultation, so she can do that by Zoom or phone. So I would highly recommend you take advantage of that and see if maybe there's some work that you guys can do together to bring more joy and love and prosperity into your home and workspace. So we have her information up here, her phone number and her email. If for any reason you need to, you can contact us for her information if you didn't get a chance to write it down in time. But other than that, if we had any quick last questions or anything else you wanted to add, Stacy or Alicia, before we let everyone go and hop off?
Just add that I hope everyone has an absolutely wonderful rest of their day. And I hope to connect with everyone after because I would love to talk to you a little bit more about what I'm doing at Nixa Mortgage. And I want to thank both Stacy and Mary for hosting and Stacy for teaching and sharing your time, talent, and knowledge with us.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you, Alicia and Mary and Laura for setting all this up and co-sponsoring and getting the word out there. And I appreciate all of you who have attended the live and who will be watching the after. And this is such a joy and delight for me to support all of you in your Feng Shui things, all the things that you want in life. And thank you for being here. I appreciate all of you.
Thank you. If you guys would like that worksheet, I know we've taken down some names of people that we're going to send it to, but it's not too late even after we get off. So reach out to us for anything that you need, and we hope you have a wonderful rest of the week.
Yeah, everybody have a great day. And lastly, I totally refer Mary and Alicia for all the things that you need, all real estate things that you need.
She does.
They're amazing, amazing women, honorable, they have integrity, and they're just incredible women. And I'm so honored to call both of you friends. So everyone have a beautiful day. Thank you.
Bye.